Okay guys, so let's get started. I'm going to explain 5C in this video, quantifiers. As you can see, the topic is quantifiers, pre-intermediate level, and that's the grammar bank page 134 from English file. So let's get started. Quantify, so quantifier is from quantity. So we're going to discuss, or we're trying to understand how to use some words that we use to show quantity. As you can see here, we got three phrases. One of them is too much and too many, too. So too here, it gives the meaning of more than the limit. More than the limit, something not good, something negative, something that we don't want because it's more than the limit. Okay? Too much, we use with uncountable nouns. So after too much, I must use uncountable noun. Like too much water, too much energy, too much money, too much time, and more than the limit. Too many, because many we use with countable noun. That means after too many, we should use countable nouns like too many students in the class, too many apples on the table, right? So like more than the limit. I don't want that. So now here they're explaining with 3 points and 3 examples. So let's just go through the points first. Now here we use too much, too many, and too to say more than is good. So it's better to say more than the limit is better way of understanding it. Point number 1, use too much and then after that uncountable noun like coffee, time, water, sugar. Or we can also use after a verb. Where is the example? Here is the example for you guys. I'm very stressed today. I'm very stressed today. I have too much work. You see? Too much work. So work here, uncountable noun. Okay. Now the second example is about the verb. Look. After verb, we can just use too much at the end of the word, like my boss talks too much. You are playing too much. Right? So after verb, we can also use this phrase. Point number 2, use too many plus countable noun, as we've just discussed earlier. My diet, point number 2, the example number 2. My diet is unhealthy. I eat too many cakes and sweets. Cakes and sweets, they are countable nouns. That's why we're using too many. So it's more than the limit. That's something negative, guys, yeah? And then the last point. So let's remove this. So last point here, we can use too itself, not much and many, itself. Too with an adjective. Too tired, too expensive, too big, too hot, too cold. Yeah. So here, I don't want to go out tonight. I'm too tired. Tired is adjective. So as you can see, we can use with adjective, guys. Right. So that's done. Now we're moving to the next point here. Enough. How to use enough or not enough. And we can use in 3 ways, guys. Yeah. Here. The first one, we use the word enough, which is, it means that this is something I want. It's in the level that I want. It means enough. We use it before a noun, like enough money. I have got enough money. I have got enough energy. I have got enough friends. Is it before noun? To mean that is what I want. That is enough. Yakfi or kifaya in Arabic or in Uzbek and Turkish language. As you can see, do you eat enough vegetables? Right? Vegetable is noun here. Noun, and enough is coming before noun. I don't drink enough water. So water, uncountable noun. Vegetables, countable noun. So we can use enough with both of it. So we must use enough before nouns, whether it's countable or uncountable, guys. Point number 2, we can use enough after a verb. If it's a verb, enough should come after it. Like Jane doesn't sleep enough. You see, enough is coming after verb. She's always tired. And then the point number 3, we use enough after adjective and adverb. So verb, adjective, adverb, we use after it. The word enough, we use after verb, after adjective, after adverb. But if it's noun, we use enough before noun. That's it. Example, our fridge isn't big enough. Look, big here is adjective and enough is coming after it. Isn't big enough for a family of 5. Now, I don't go to bed early enough. So early here is adverb. So it's coming after adverb. Giving example. Okay, guys. So now we're going to move to the exercise part to do some exercise relating to this topic. Let's do that. Here you go. 5C. 5C, exercise A is asking us to circle the correct form. Okay, so coffee is uncountable. That's why we use much, not many. Many we use with countable nouns, guys. The first one now here, number 1, I eat too much chocolate. Chocolate, it's noun. So if it's noun, we must use too much. Because too, when it's alone, it comes with adjective. Like I'm too tired, I'm too scared. But here chocolate is noun, so too much will be the answer. I'm going to remove that. Number 2, I eat too much or too many crisps. So the crisps here is countable noun, so I'm going to go for many, too many. Too much we use with uncountable. Crisps here is countable noun, guys. Number 3, do you drink? How to use enough? So enough, water is noun, so we must use enough before noun. So enough water. We don't say water enough. Enough water. Number 4, I can't come. I am too busy or I am too much busy. So busy is adjective, so we're going to use directly with adjective here. I am too busy. Because if I say too much, after too much, I must use noun. Too much money, too much energy, right? So it doesn't work here. 5, this suitcase isn't big enough. So big is adjective, so enough comes after adjective, according to the rule. So big enough. 6, I worry too much or too many. So I worry. Worry is not countable. So we're going to use too much. I worry too much. 7, you are always at home. You don't enough go out or you don't go out enough. Enough we use after verb. So you don't go out enough. Okay. So we're going to remove this part. 8, I don't eat enough vegetables. I don't eat vegetables enough. Vegetables is noun, so enough we use before noun, so the first one is correct. I don't eat enough vegetables. Second one, we're going to remove that. That's it. A part is done. So now we're moving to B part. It's asking us to complete the sentences with too, too much, too many, or enough. So we've got 4 options for our exercise. The first one, I'm not very fit. I don't do exercise. So exercise is noun. So I don't do enough exercise, guys. Enough exercise. Too much or too many is negative meaning. Here, we're not talking about the negative meaning, right? Like I'm not very fit. I don't do enough exercise. I want to do more exercise, yeah? Number 2, I can't walk to school. It's far. Far here is adjective, so it's too far. Too far. Number 3, there are cars. Cars, countable noun. So on the roads today, too many cars. There are too many cars on the roads today. 4, I spend time on the computer. It gives me headaches. So I spent time here, uncountable noun. So too much time, more than the limit. That's why it's giving me headaches. 5, I don't read. So the verb, after verb, we use enough. I don't read enough, only 5 or 6 books a year. Number 6, I didn't buy the coat because it was expensive. Expensive is adjective, so we're going to use too expensive, more than the limit. 7, there were people. People is countable noun, so too many. There were too many people at the hospital, so it was impossible to see a doctor. Last one, 8. I don't like watching films on my phone because the screen isn't big. Big is adjective, and after adjective we use enough, guys. That's it. So we're going to stop here. Page 135, page 134, 5C topic is done. And in the next videos, we're going to continue with 6A. Okay, so thanks for your time and have a good one. Bye-bye.